Hey everybody, it's Up and Atom Comics. Here, just I'm from my hotel room. Thought I would, since I had a little time, thought I'd film a video. Sorry, and my lighting's going to be a little weird on this, but you won't have to look at me for too long. Um, One thing I've been asked quite a bit is, what I'm into, and kind of what comics that are on my active like hunt list. And um, before I get into that, I just want to say like I'm not. I have a whole lot of comics right now. So I'm not Lyle Hobson crazy, but I have like close to 18,000, and kind of right now my goal is to narrow that down. So I want to, try to get selling some of the things that I have. Um, Part of that is, personally, um, I'm trying to like create a little nest egg a bit. So, try to enable my wife to retire. And so that with her health issues that she's having, so I'm trying to, sell some money to put towards her to, be able to let her retire. I'm going to keep working, but anyway, that's kind of my hope. So I'm not really actively trying to buy any of these because I'm just trying to. That's not my goal right now. If something comes along and it's too good of a deal, maybe. But before people are like, "Hey, I got one for sale," I'm probably not gonna take up anybody on that right now. So, and that's why. Um, so, what I thought I would do is try to put out a list of like, hey, these are just the things that are kind of my top 25 list, not necessarily some of them are grails, definitely, especially when we get into those top numbers there. But some are just, and I'll say kind of why I want them in different lists. So what I do typically, I have a lot of people I know have CLZ, and I use an app, and I kind of put there's a want list you can create, and just kind of put books in there and list them, and those are it's kind of helpful for when you're going into a store if you're looking through a whole bunch of stuff. Is like, okay, keep myself focused, and I kind of look for the things that are on that list. Now, there, of course, are other books, and some of the things on this top 25 list are other things that I'm looking for. But there's some things like I don't need to be reminded of because if I see it, like it's probably going to be on a wall, and and something like I know I'm going to actually, see it and think about that. So, but some of these are like just random books that I'm trying to find. And I had like 130 that was about on that list. So I was like, well, let me think about what my top 25 wants and desires are. So I've rambled enough. So what I'm going to do is I kind of created a little PowerPoint here. So fun times, right? Fun with PowerPoint. So these are my top 25 Up and Atom comics, top 25 wants and desires and dreams and hopes and all the things. So, um, counting up to number one, I tried to rank them as best as I could. And this, it could change, it could change daily. Uh, Most of my like top 10 are probably going to be there in that order, but some of these get a little interesting. So number 25 is Giant Size Dracula number five. So why I want this is it's John Byrne's first art. Published art in Marvel. So I definitely, it's something I used to have it. Um, and I'll talk a little bit about that later, but that came in at number 25. Not a crazy book. They're out there, but it's just something I would like to have. Number 24. This is also not a crazy big book, but is Werewolf by Night number 12. And I just really love this cover. I'm also working on a Werewolf by Night run. And this is one of my highest ones on that list because of things that I'm wanting, because I just love the cover, the whole backseat driver, and you can see his face and the perspective of it. It's just really cool. So that's one that I have number 24. Number 23. Marvel Comics Super Special number one. Now, why do I want this? It's not because I'm a big Kiss fan. Kiss is okay. I'm all right with them. It's not because I need the blood that was put into the ink of that. But no, it's a Doctor Doom appearance, and he actually gets to meet Kiss. And so I read the story, and it's fun, but it's just one of those things like I'd like to have a copy of it. But it's like Kiss fans make it kind of costly sometimes because it's another, like whenever you cross over with multiple interests, it ends up like pushing the price up a bit. So number 22, not a big book at all, but Marvel Team Up number 8. I'm also working on a Marvel Team Up run. I need 6 left, but this is probably top on my list of the Marvel Team Up ones that I need. And it's Spider-Man and the Cat, so before uh, Patsy Walker becomes a Hellcat. But the real reason I wanted it is because of the villain is called Man Killer, and I just want to read it. So it sounds cool. I haven't heard of Man Killer before, so I'm guessing this might be a one-off, but for the villain. But I think it'll be a fun read. And then 21 is Monsters Unleashed number 3. This is part of the Marvel Curtis magazines that were produced. Um, Glorious Neil Adams cover. And the reason I kind of wanted it does reprint the first appearance of Man-Thing, which was in Savage Tales number 1. I'm probably never going to get that book, so this is perfectly fine for me. And I'm also working on Monsters Unleash as I come across them. Okay, now we're moving into the top 20. So starting to get a little real. Tomb of Dracula number 10 is my number 20. First appearance of Blade, as most of you know. The reason I used to have this, and so I had a whole Tomb of Dracula run with the giant size as well. That I ended up, you may have heard me mention this before, but I did a trade with a friend of mine, gave him the whole Tomb of Dracula series, some uh, uh, 1950s war comics. He's really into collecting war comics, and so I had a bunch of that too. And I kind of traded it all. I feel like I definitely came out in the better part of the deal, but I traded all that for 3 early FF issues. So I got number 2, number 9, and number 11 that I traded to all of these, plus those other books, all the Tomb Draculas for that. So I'm kind of, sort of going after Tomb of Dracula again to get another set of that, just because I love the series. But number 10 is the pricey one that I need. So now my original one that I had, um, I got for $1, no joke, at a sale that a comic shop had. They had a whole bunch of dollar bins. It was in there. There were also, several Tomb of Draculas in there. I got 2 copies of number 1, and all of them were $1. And so I've ended up, like I said, I got rid of all mine, but slowly working on it. I have another number 1 now that's better than the one I had originally. But anyway, slowly working on that, but I need a number 10 to make that happen. So number 19 is Tales of the Zombie number 2, another Marvel Curtis magazine. The reason I really want this is I recently got the Tales of the Zombie number 1, which was the first Simon Garth zombie. I thought the story was absolutely great. I loved it. And now I kind of want to read them all. So I need number 2 to keep it going. So I think there's 11 books, if I remember right, um, in this Tales of the Zombie series. So I'm kind of curious. I just want to read more of it. So that's why it made number 19. Number 18 is now this book is not expensive, but it's Hawkeye Blind Spot number one. Now, it's kind of fun. I mean, my desires for things are a little bit different than what their value is. So, like Tomb of Dracula, of course, is worth a whole lot more than these. But the reason I want the Hawkeye Blind Spot number one is I actually own the preliminary art for the cover from Mike Perkins that did that. And it's kind of cool. The prelim, he did like four different options for the cover, and this is one of them this was the one that was chosen. But I have like three other alternates of things that he was thinking about with it. So I've always liked Mike Perkins' art. He does just some great art. And yeah, so I was excited to get that preliminary cover, but I don't own the book. So that's why it's number 18. Number 17 is Adventure into Fear, number 20. So I'm kind of working on some Bronze Age horror. Um, and this is the first solo Morbius story. So that's why that's on the list. And then number 11, so Adventure into Fear number 10 is the first Man-Thing solo series. But this one is the next one that I need. And it is also the first appearance of Jennifer Kale. So I kind of, yeah, this is one of those Adventure into Fears that I need. Now we're in the top 15. Creatures on the Loose, number 30. So this is the first appearance of Man-Wolf. Or not first appearance of Man-Wolf, sorry. First solo stories for Man-Wolf. And I've always liked Man-Wolf. Uh, if you remember the book and record sets that they came out with in the 70s, there was a Spider-Man one that did have the first appearance of Man-Wolf. And I love that thing. I don't know how many times I listened to it. I still own it. Um, but I'd like to see, I haven't read any of the solo stories of Man-Wolf, so that's where this starts. So I am interested in that one. Number 14 is Monsters Unleashed, number 9. Um, this is not a significant issue. I just absolutely, I love the cover. One of my favorite, I guess he's kind of a villain, but he's more of a monster type, is Wendigo. I love Wendigo. I think if I were to ever get a Hulk 180 or 181, I'd be just as excited to have it because Wendigo's in it than Wolverine. So that's just kind of how I am. And I have Wendigo's first appearance, which is 160, Hulk 162, which one of the funny things about that, if you remember that cover, his crotch is blacked out, so you can't see anything. And this one just kind of cracks me up because you can see the fur down there. So I don't think he has a merkin or anything, but he's got something going on down there. And the magazines just kind of they can show whatever they want. So they're not ashamed to show on the cover some fur. But that's why it's on my list as I'm a big Wendigo fan. 13 is Special Marvel Edition number 15, and this is the first appearance of Shang-Chi. I have every um, like I have the whole run of Master Kung Fu, but I don't have this one. And I have the like Special Marvel Edition 16, but I don't have the very first appearance. So I would like to get that. So, and that book has come down quite a bit. Probably pretty affordable now after the movie's done. It's always the best thing to do. Like wait a little while till those movies go down, prices come fluctuate back down, typically a little bit. Um, so that's on the hunt list. Number 12 is Marvel Spotlight number 5. So I have read a bunch of Ghost Rider, the old series in trade format, mostly through those essentials that came out. They were black and white. And I really love the Ghost Rider ones, but because I've read all of them, I haven't tried to go down um, the hole of trying to collect Ghost Rider, um, partly because of how expensive it is. And so, um, so this one, Marvel Spotlight number five would be a big one to get. I crazy enough, my LCS just got one in, and the owner texted me. He's like, "Hey, do you want this?" And he had a really good deal for it. But again, I'm not trying to buy anything right now. So he's like, there's somebody else that kind of wants it too, but you get dibs. And I was like, just sell it to him. That's fine. I'll get one maybe at some point. So, but it's number 12. So it's not a top 10, but it's up there. Number 11 is Avengers 13. So a lot cheaper than the Ghost Rider, which might make it like on my list higher because I was like, I'd probably get this one day. And so for Avengers, my run, I really have all but 8 issues of Avengers. And this is one of those that I need. And this is the first appearance of Count Nefaria, which is kind of a very, uh, a bigger villain for the Avengers overall. And so I'd like to have that for the first appearance for that. Now we're getting into the top 10. What do I want? What do I want? Number 10, I didn't have a title because I just want any EC horror comic. Uh, Vault of Horror, Tales from the Crypt, Haunt of Fear. Vault of Horror, I kind of have liked the stories a little bit better than some of the others, so I just put that one up here. This cover would definitely be one I would love to have, but um, you know, I'm probably not going to be picky, but I know that's been something on my list is like I would just like to have one. I don't see myself going down a rabbit hole of trying to get them all. Um, all of the horror things, I think I would be way beyond my means for trying to get those. But if I ever found a complete one, I don't care if it's beat to hell, I may pick up one at some point. So number 9 is another Avengers issue that I need. And I just really like this story. This is Avengers 15, and it's got the big uh, the Masters of Evil, Baron Zemo in this one. I have 16 and up, and I have a few Avengers before that as well. Like I have 6 through 10 or 11, I think. Like I said, I only need like 8. So th this is one that I need, and it would be nice to say 15 and up. So 16 and up doesn't sound as cool. So, but it's a great story, and I want to read it. And then number 8 on my list is Werewolf by Night number 1. So as I said, I'm working on a Werewolf by Night run right now. I do have over half of it. So, and I have pretty much the big keys. Like I have all the Moon Knight stuff. So it's a matter of getting some of these in the earlier ones. I don't see them very often, especially well in October, you're not going to hardly find them. But I just, been on some travel. I've seen some of the ones that I need, but they've been priced a little high. So I'm just waiting right now to find something if it's affordable. But Werewolf by Night number 1 is definitely on my list. There's another book that ties in with Werewolf by Night. That's a bigger book for me. It's not on the list because it's coming, so I'm excited about that. Number 7 is Tales of Suspense number 58. I know this is also high on Stevie D's list, but it's number 7 for me. And the reason, it's Cap and Iron Man, and the next issue 59, which I do own, um, is where Iron Man and Captain America are split the book, but this one was all Iron Man, but he's with Captain America, and of course they decided to let them share the book um, up through issue 99 before they split off and then get their own series. Um, so I've been working slowly on all of the Tales of Suspense that feature Captain America because I also have all the Captain America. So from 100 up of volume 1. There is I think volume 3, which isn't the best. I'm missing some of those, but everything else I have up until what comes out this month. So I have a huge Captain America run, and I kind of I'd like to have this one uh, to kind of start off that Tales of Suspense run. Number six for me is Fantastic Four, number three. Um, and it, you will see more Fantastic Four on this list in my top five. But this one is just kind of uh, there's not a lot of significance to this one except for they get their costumes and they're in the flying bathtub. So, so that's why it's there. It's my least desired ones of the ones that I need, um, that are left. And so that brings us to the top five of what I want. And number five is Avengers number one. So if I am going to get the whole Avengers run, need to get all of them. And so number one if I got number one, probably make me get the rest. But that's why it's number five, and you know, classic book. Number Avengers number four comes in at number four for me, and first Silver Age appearance of Captain America. Um, this one I would want more than the number one, but I've I've never pulled the trigger or even come close to pulling the trigger on this one, but would love to have a copy of that someday. Number three is Fantastic Four, number four. And this is the first Silver Age appearance of Namor. And I need four left of the Fantastic Four run to have them all. And so now you've seen two that I need. So the other two that I need, well, one that I do need is of course number one. It's number two for me. So this is my second most desired book. Will I ever get one? Will I ever get any of these? I don't even know. But this one, this would be hard to resist if I came and found it at a good price. And for me, I'm more about like having a complete copy, um, complete story. If it's missing an head page, I'm probably okay with that. Um, and also like I'd kind of like the cover to look somewhat okay, that you can tell it's I don't want a big tear out of it. I have a few books that are big books, but they got like a tear out of the cover or something, and sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. So, but that's my number two. And my number one, if you know me and know what I collect, my favorite character is Doctor Doom, and I need his first appearance. So, and I've been offered some copies to purchase, uh, but the price was never good, or it was missing pieces of it, or something like that. And so I haven't found one, and I'm don't know if I'll ever own one of these, but that would be my top pick for the book that I would most want to have for my collection. If I had these 25, man, I would feel great. If I had these top five, I would feel amazing in terms of my collection. So I apologize to all those DC lovers out there that are watching this. I'm definitely a Marvel guy, as you can tell. And there's not really any DC that I'm still after. I have a lot of like Batman is something that I've collected more than anything. I have a lot of the Batman keys that I wanted. So I have a lot of the Neil Adams Batman stuff that he worked on, like First Race, First Talia, Silver Age Two-Face. I have a lot of that stuff. So my and I have like House Secrets 92 and the first 10 Swamp Things and some other things like that. But um uh and I got like first Spectre Silver Age and some stuff like that. So I haven't really delved too heavily into collecting a lot of DC. So that's why you don't really see them those books on my list because I'm okay. I'm okay right now. I mean, there's things that I see that I would like to pick up. Like some early Aquaman I've been enjoying because I love Nick Cardy. I've just been, recently exposed to a lot of his work, so I've enjoyed that. But and some weird Lois Lanes or old Superman or stuff like that that are just silly books. That's kind of the stuff I probably would pick up. Um, but overall, I'm not like overly after anything from DC, so that's why it didn't make the list. So anyway, that's my list. Hope that helps for those people that have been wondering what I've been into and what I'm trying to collect. Just to give you an idea about what I'm on the somewhat hunt for if things come up. Now, one thing for me, I always keep a price in mind of what I would like to spend. That's usually pretty low. And so for compared to value or something. So I'm always trying to find a good deal. So I definitely am, use patience. And so I'm like, if it's not going to come in exactly where I want, um, you know, I can wait. I got, hopefully time left and maybe there's something will come down the line that I'll be able to find and for the price that I want to pay. So anyway, that's kind of how I approach things. But anyway, hope you enjoyed seeing my top 25. Let me know if any of those top 25 are on your list. I'm sure some of them are not. I'm sure, like, most people watching this aren't going to be looking for Hawkeye Blind Spot number one. I also have a bunch of silly books that I'm looking for, but they're not worth anything. But if I find them, I'll pick them up. Um, but anyway, that's my top 25 list. And think about, if you have a top 25 list, I would love to see you put together something about like the books that you're after. That would be kind of fun to see what everybody's into. I know this was kind of inspired a little bit from, uh, I know Chanko put up one recently of his like hopes for things that were on his list. So, that kind of inspired me, but I have been getting questions just like, hey, what do you like? Want to know more about what you try to collect. And so hopefully this shares some of that. So anyway, it's been a long video, but had to go through 25 things. And but I hope you're having a wonderful day, wonderful week, and everybody's doing well in your life that you care about. And it's okay if even if you don't care about them that they're doing well. But make sure you flip through a floppy, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.